Hello friends, I hope you're all well and enjoying this beautiful weather that we're having in the Okanagan. I miss seeing you at the front of the church every Sunday. Last Sunday in my message, I asked the question, can we be a church without a building? This is a picture of the cornerstone of our church hall. This stone represents a significant moment in our history, the building of a new church building. The red brick church that is there on the corner of Richter and Bernard Street was built in 1898, and in 1928 they erected the new hall. Laying the foundation and unveiling the cornerstone was a very important moment, but there had been a church before then. And even now, when we can't meet in our building, there is still a church. In fact, in 1918, when another pandemic swept through the world, the Spanish flu, our church building was ordered closed then too. So it gives me a lot of hope, and we can take courage that we have come through a time like this before, and we will come through it again. It also reminds us that the church is wherever God's people are, as one of our hymns says. In this week's letter from 1 Peter, written to one of the early churches, it talks about God building a spiritual house, using Jesus as the cornerstone and all of us as living stones that make up the walls. Our church building is important to us. I'm grateful that it is a place to gather and do many special things together. But if there's one thing this time of staying at home has taught us, is that the real church is not a building. Church is the people. God's work happens everywhere we are and everywhere we go. Here's an idea that comes from my friend Robin Murray, who is a children's minister, of something we can do with rocks to encourage other people. She read that in the town of Medicine Hat, Alberta, a group called Medicine Hat Rocks decorates rocks and hides them all over town for people to find. Why not find some rocks and spread messages of hope and care for people in your neighborhood this week? You can paint pictures or write words like peace and blessings on them and place these where people will see them. You can use washable paint or chalk, or if you want them to be more lasting, decorate them with permanent markers, acrylic paint, or nail polish. Then, when they are dry, go for a walk, leaving them in places people might see them as they pass by. Or if you don't want to do the decorating, you can use some rocks to spell out a word or make a picture somewhere people will see it. Maybe you could do this somewhere where someone you know who is stuck inside can see it from their window. The idea is just to share some encouragement with others during this difficult time, and get outside too. While we are keeping physically distant from one another, this is a small way that we can share God's love with our community. Until next time, my friends, take care of yourselves and each other, and remember how much you are loved by God.